Good afternoon, fourth grade. We're going to continue reading in our novel, The Red Pyramid. Before we get started, we have a quick write. It says, how do Sadie and Carter get to Brooklyn in New York City? All right, so you'll need to talk about what happened in chapter 1, how Amos rescued them from the British Museum, and they traveled through the Duat to Brooklyn, and now they're staying at his mansion in Brooklyn. Press pause to write down your answer and play when you're ready for the focus question. The focus question says, how do Sadie and Carter respond to their challenges differently? So we're going to be comparing Carter and Sadie's response to the same event and how they responded differently. And this is going to let us know what kind of people they are and how they are different people because of their different life experiences. The standard we're going to be looking at is being able to describe Sadie and Carter in detail and analyze their differences. Our vocabulary words for today are summon, and that's when you have the authority to call someone to be like a witness in a court. All right, so this person is summoning this other person. They have the authority to tell them what to do. The next word is host, and that is that's someone who you could either be, if you're a host, you could entertain guests, but another way of looking at it is it's a type of relationship between like a plant and an animal, or an insect and an animal, where they benefit from each other. So the insect might live on the animal and they both benefit from that. So the animal is the insect's host. And the last word is manifestation. And that is like an event or an action that kind of explains something. And so this would be an example of a manifestation. All right, go ahead and turn the page in your notes. And we're at the beginning of chapter 2. And we're going to use our CSPS strategy as we're reading chapter 2 so that we can track our thinking. All right, we are going to read this page. We're going to go down, over, down, down, over. All right, we're at Carter's narration at the top of the page. It says, I found Sadie and Amos outside on the mansion's terrace. Smells like breakfast. Carter, you're awake. Merry Christmas. About time. We've been up for ages. And they sit down for breakfast. Please help yourself. Anything you can't eat, we have to feed to the crocodile. His name is Philip of Macedonia. He is albino. Right. I hope you didn't have a pet bird, too. Khufu's eating something with pink feathers. Oh, yes. Khufu's very picky. He only eats foods that end in O. Doritos, burritos, flamingos. Okay, Amos. Enough about your weird pets. Carter's awake. It's daylight. Time for some explanations. Yes, where to begin? Why did Dad want to destroy the Rosetta Stone? All right, we'll stop right there because we have information about the setting. And so we're going to write this down in box 2. In box 2, you would write down Sadie, Carter, and Amos are eating breakfast on the terrace. It's Christmas morning. Press pause to write down your answer and play when you're ready for the quote. And for the quote, we would write down Carter's narration that says, I found Sadie and Amos outside on the mansion terrace. You can also write down Carter, you're awake. Merry Christmas. Press pause to write down your answer and play when you're ready to keep reading. All right, we're going to keep reading to get some more information about our characters and their situation. Turn the page and go to the top of the page. We're going to go over, down, down, over, down, over. Go to the top of the page where Amos is speaking. I'm sure he didn't intend to break the stone. At any rate, our brethren in London have surely repaired the damages by now. The curators will soon check their vaults and discover the Rosetta Stone intact. How? It was blown to smithereens. By magic. Observe. And he breaks his coffee cup on purpose. That was to destroy. I could have done it by magic, Hadi, but it's simpler just to smash it. And now, join. High name. And he puts it back together using magic. For the past 6 years, your father has been looking for a way to summon the god Osiris. Last night, he thought he found the right artifact to do it. I have suspicions it had something to do with your mother. Osiris was the lord of the dead. Dad was talking about making things right. Then you're saying he wanted to bring Mom back from the dead? But that's crazy. If that is what he was after, he might have accomplished it using the powers of Osiris. But that fiery bloke wasn't Osiris, was he? Top of the next page. No, your father got more than he bargained for. He did release the spirit of Osiris. In fact, I think he successfully joined with the god. But your father never got the chance to use Osiris's power because something else came out with Osiris. Go to the next box. Can we back up a minute? What would a god be doing in the Rosetta Stone in the first place? For the past 2,000 years, the work of the Parank has been to imprison Egypt's gods inside the remaining relics. Though once useful, having gods free came to threaten the balance between Ma'at and Isfet, order and chaos. The Egyptian gods are very dangerous. Our most important law, issued by Chief Lector Iskandar in Roman times, forbids releasing the gods or using their power. Your father broke that law once before, at Cleopatra's Needle in London. But that was while Mom was still alive. What were they trying at? Your parents thought they were doing something good. They took a terrible risk, and it cost your mother her life. Your father took the blame and was exiled from the House of Life, banished. Afraid he would continue his research, the house monitored his activities, and Julius was forced to travel constantly. Last night at the museum, the girl with the staff, the man with the forked beard, they were magicians too from the House of Life? Yes, the man and the girl that appeared. The girl who wanted to kill us, by the way. We're keeping an eye on your father. You are fortunate they let you go. All right, we'll stop right there because we have information about our characters. Okay, in box 1, we would write, Amos tells Carter and Sadie that their dad has been trying to summon the god Osiris for 6 years, even though it's forbidden. And he found the right artifact last night. Press pause to write down your answer and play when you're ready for the quote. And for the quote, we would write down what Osiris says on this page, where it talks about, on this page with the glasses. you would write down, for the past 6 years, your father has been looking for a way to summon the god Osiris. Last night, he thought he found the right artifact to do it. Press pause to write down your answer and play when you're ready to keep reading. Alright, and so now they know that their father has broken the law, the Egyptian law, because he was trying to, they think he might have been trying to bring their mom back. But he broke the law because the Egyptians trapped all the gods in Egyptian artifacts, and they aren't allowed to release them because they mess everything up, and their dad broke the law. All right, go ahead and turn the page. Okay, we're at the top of the page. We're going to read across, down, across, down, across, down, across. The Parank is sworn not to kill unless it's absolutely necessary. They will wait to see if you develop into a threat. Why would we be a threat? We're children. The summoning wasn't our idea. There's a reason you two were raised separately. Yeah, the Fowls took Dad to court and Dad lost. It's much more than that. The house insisted that you two be separated. Intervening at your grandparents' bequest, your father wanted to keep you both. He did? Of course. You two combined powerful bloodlines. Had you and Carter been raised together, your powers would have grown uncontrollably. Perhaps you have already sensed changes over the past day. Well, all of a sudden Sadie can read hieroglyphs. What about you, Carter? Last night I had, not a dream, more like a nightmare that felt real. I was some kind of bird thing, and I was flying over a mountain. They said it was Phoenix. There was a guy with like a messed up face and some other creatures, and they were waiting on the summit. The fiery guy from the museum came. He said he was going to build a pyramid as his birthday present. It was going to be a permanent host for his magic, and he could unleash a storm or permanent host? He doesn't have one yet? Top of the page. You're sure he said birthday present? Yeah, and there was this freaky guy whispering. That was a demon, a minion of chaos, and if demons are coming into the mortal world, we don't have much time. This is very bad. If you live in Phoenix, our enemy won't stop in Phoenix. If he's grown this powerful so quickly, what did he say about the storm exactly? He said, I will summon the greatest storm ever known. The last time he said that, he turned the jungles of northern Africa into the Sahara. A storm that large could destroy North America, generating chaos energy. Give him an almost invincible form. What are you talking about? Who is this guy? More important, right now, why didn't he sleep with the headrest? It was too uncomfortable. You didn't use it, did you? Of course I did. Obviously, it was there for a reason. Right? Now Sadie wants to follow the rules. It's for protection. What you turned into last night was not a bird. It was your Ba, a physical manifestation, your soul, escaping through the duat while you sleep. It should not have happened, but unfortunately you survived. You mean survived? He could have killed me? Alright, we'll stop right there because we have information for the problem. In box 3, you would write, Carter tells Sadie and Amos his dream. Seth wants to build a pyramid as his permanent host and unleash a storm on his birthday. Press pause to write down your answer and play when you're ready for box 4. And in box 4, Amos decides to leave and go check things out in Phoenix. So in box 4, you would write, Amos leaves to go to Phoenix to find out what Seth is up to, and forbids Carter and Sadie to go into the library or leave the house.